Hello, my name is Linda Kirezi, and I'm going to talk about a project called Psychology at Work. This project talks about how to manage stress. So in this video, I'm going to be summarizing two videos that were provided. One video is for Brandon, and another video is for Sonja. I'm going to start by Brandon's video, which is about how to be happy. Brandon talks about different perspectives and opinions about how a person can be happy. He talks about three phases of how a person can try to be happy. The first phase is to recognize the past and accept the past, and the second phase is to also be excited about the present and the future. So about what he talks about the past is that you need to accept everything that you passed through and internalize them, and then make yourself feel better about what happened to you, and believe that there's something better that is going to happen in the future. He also says that one has to feel excited about what he goes through, no matter if it's bad or good, and also be excited about what he or she will go through in the future. No, even if the future holds the worst, but feel excited because you never know what you're going to come across. So he also talks about how a person can use his or her common sense in order for him to be happy. So he says sleep 8 hours a day, eat well, such as green vegetables, do sports, things that would make you feel physically happy, and also try to connect with people in order for you to feel good about yourself. I'm also going to talk about Sonja's video, where she talks about how a person can also be happy through doing different acts of kindness. So Sonja starts off with providing a Chinese proverb that says, if you want to be happy for an hour, take a nap. If you want to be happy for a day, go fishing. For a month, get married. And for a lifetime, help someone else. So with this, Sonja talks about how kindness can help a person feel good about themselves. So she gives different studies she made through telling different students to go out there and make different acts of kindness and see whether they will be productive. With productive, I mean whether they'll bring happiness to themselves. So she shows different graphs of people that never did the act of do not do the act of kindness, and she also shows the findings from the students who did the act of kindness, and she shows that in a single day a person is able to feel good about themselves, be proud and feel appreciated, and also connect, make friends, which impacts their feelings and also helps them to be happy. So while comparing these two videos are different in such a way that the first video for Brandon, he uses most of his opinions. He also says that one must use common sense, which in most cases some people don't consider common sense. So he uses his opinions in order to give advices, while Sonja uses different evidences such as research findings and also different proverbs that were used by different expertise in areas that concern happiness. So the examples I would give about Sonja's scientific claims are the graphs that he made, the studies, that the research she made with the students, and also different quotes. So I'm also going to talk about stress, a type of stress that I faced in a work environment, and also how it could affect a person. This type of stress can also be applied to the employees of Come Widgets. First of all, the kind of stress that I faced is that I had a lot of things to do, and I was afraid that I would not meet the deadlines. So this kind of stress of meeting deadlines is mostly caused by when you have a lot to do, and you don't have enough time to execute your responsibilities. It may also be caused by procrastination, because, for example, me, when I faced this kind of stress, I was working while studying. So I was working in a telecommunication company, and I had to deliver a report, a weekly report. And at school, I was also required to increase the number of competencies in my CFA projects, and I had a deadline. So I was so overwhelmed by these tasks, and I did not know how to go about them, because I was so afraid that I would end up not doing anything because I was very stressed. So this kind of stress could mainly lead to a person not being productive. It could also lead to giving out poor quality work, which actually affected me. The way what I used to manage this stress, although it had already led to me delivering poor quality work, in my next time period, I tried to manage it through planning well. By planning well, I mean prioritizing. So I got what is more important within that time period. So my work, my deliverables from work were very important because they had a deadline within 1 week. At my school, my school project had a deadline for a long period of time. So I had to work on my work report before. I had to prioritize my work report before working on my school report. So planning and prioritizing are one things that could help a person manage the stress, the type of stress of meeting deadlines. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to receive your great feedback. My name is Linda Kirezi, and I'm here to make additional points on the video I had made previously about how to manage happiness. So I'm going to make additional analysis on Brandon's video and Sonja's video. So starting with Brandon, he explains how a person can be happy and healthy in 4 different ways, such as emotionally, physically, relationship-wise, and spiritually. So speaking of emotionally, as Brandon talks about how a person can be emotionally healthy through accepting the past. That means accepting what a person has been through and accept that it happened and happened for a reason, and also be excited for the future. That means that no matter what the future holds, a person should always be excited, because you never know what you're going to go through the coming days. He also says that for a person to be physically healthy and happy, he or she should sleep 8 hours. I should work out regularly. I should take breaks. That means that without sitting working from one place. And also a person should reduce eating more sugars, and also reduce doing things that could easily take him or her up and radiantly move a person down. So relationship wise, Brandon says that one has to feel present in a relationship. That means one has to be appreciative of the other partner. So it means that the couple should be happy and appreciative whatever situations they are going through. They have to always support each other and feel alive, and also try to make life try to make fun out of the lives they are sharing together. So spiritually, he talks about having sense and having a sense of connection, having faith and having a sense of connection with things that are beyond us, things that are beyond our understanding, and also having a great also having being amazed by the mystery of things that we don't know about, being amazed by the earth, by the gods. This will make you feel emotionally strong and powerful. So Brandon makes a scientific. Brandon, in his video, he does not make any scientific claim. For example, where he says one has to, for one to be physically healthy and happy, they have to sleep 8 hours, drink water, take a break. Brandon did not offer any scientific research provided all to prove that one will be happy while they perform these actions. So it is not scientifically proven, because it does not show any sightings or any research findings, or even any he says it out of his own understanding. So speaking of Sonja, made research. She made students go out there and do actions of kindness, and each student would do 5 actions of kindness within a period of 6 weeks. So Sonja used 3 groups, and those groups as people going to do actions within a single day, and also control groups, and also different days. So in control groups, these are people that don't always get time, they are busy and they have less time for other people. And single day, she says that the actions made in single days, they make one feel good about themselves, and also one feels powerful because he or she is appreciated in the society. And in different days, the actions of kindness done may not tend to be different from what we daily do. So she also says that the study provides motivation, effort, commitment, and fit. And this means that what you have to do, you do it with effort, be motivated, be committed, and have a strategy to use while doing it. So the scientific claim that she makes is that one is able to feel good about themselves if they carried out actions of kindness within a single day. She proves this by showing a bar graph whereby a bar of single day people that single day actions is higher than the bar graphs of different days and control groups. Thank you so much. Looking forward for you. Great.